When Samsung dropped S Pen support on the Fold 7 and didn't bring it back on the TriFold, the Fold 8, or the Fold 8 Ultra, I was, well, pretty upset. So I did the only sane and reasonable thing and purchased a bunch of different styluses, or styli, however you call it, and dug through all the settings and all the different applications to restore as much of that S Pen functionality as I could, and I'm about 90% of the way there. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. So the first step to getting S Pen support again is to find a suitable S Pen, and I tried every different type of stylus to find the right kind. And one of the most important features on the stylus is that it needs to have a fine tip, like the original S Pen. Because if you're just using one of those rubber tips that's the size of my pinky, then you might as well just be using your finger anyway. So that narrowed it down to these 3 different types of stylus. These 2 are the 2 different types of active styluses I could find. They have the finest point tip because there's actually a little battery inside of the stylus, and that sends a small electrical charge to the tips so you can use them on the phone. And I was really excited to be using these as a stylus on this phone because of how fine the tips are on both of them. But when I tried using these pens to draw, when I drew a diagonal line, I learned really quickly that these are not going to work at all because of these squiggles that happen. And this is just one of the issues of the active styluses in general. So it doesn't matter which active stylus you find, you're going to have this problem, so you can't get one of these. So that leaves this style, which still has that really fine point tip, just with a disc at the end of it. But keep in mind, the width of the disc is not the touch area, it's that fine point in the middle. And I've noticed that I could get really accurate lines with this one. Like if I draw a diagonal line here too, and then another diagonal line, you can see that those are super straight by comparison to the active styluses. And what I love about this one is that this cap is magnetic and it just quickly pops back on to protect that disc. Then when you want to use the pen, just pop the cap off and it magnetically clips onto the back. And if you're concerned about the tip of this stylus scratching your screen, don't be, because I pushed down with about 2 pounds of force on this screen, way harder than you would actually press in real life, and there wasn't a single scratch on the screen. The one thing to watch out for is if a piece of sand gets stuck underneath this and then you write on the screen, that is going to start scratching it up, simply because you've got sand that you're rubbing all over the screen. So just double check the tip and your screen to make sure there's no sand on it when you start using it, and you should have no problems. All right, so we found a good S Pen replacement, and it does write tremendously well. Like, it's incredibly smooth to write with this, very similar to a real S Pen. And especially going over this crease in the middle, you can't even feel it with this particular S Pen, thanks to that little disc there. But finding an S Pen replacement is only part of the issue, because drawing is not the only great part of the S Pen. There's a lot of other really good features. The first feature we need to bring back is the screen off memo, where you'd be able to double tap the screen with the S Pen and start immediately writing a note. This one was actually really easy to replace. All you have to do is go to your applications, then find the Samsung Notes application and long press it, and you'll see these little shortcuts appear here. Once this pops up, just long press the Write with Pen shortcut and drag that somewhere onto your home screen. Now when I tap this, it'll immediately open up Samsung Notes and let me start writing. What's especially useful with this is that it also works on the cover display. This cover screen support was never available on any of the previous foldable devices that supported the S Pen. If you want to take this a step further, you can long press on your lock screen to open up the lock screen editor, unlock your device, then tap one of the 2 shortcuts on the bottom, then scroll down a bit and tap Create Note, then tap Done. And now right from the cover screen, I can swipe on the note, tap the writing icon, and immediately start writing without even having to unlock the phone. The next feature we need to replace is this little T with a pencil icon right here on the Fold 6. If I tap this, any handwritten words on the screen are going to be automatically converted to digital text. And this makes a huge difference if you like handwriting your notes. Unfortunately, that handwriting to text icon is not available on the newer foldables. Basically, any foldable that does not have direct S Pen support does not have that feature. Fortunately, I did find an excellent workaround. So if I switch to the keyboard option, you'll see this similar looking T icon with a pencil on your keyboard. And if you don't see it right here, just tap these 3 dots right here, and it should be in this little menu here. If it is, you can long press it and drag it to this shorter menu here. So if I tap this icon, it's going to turn this bottom area into a writing canvas. And now I get the exact same functionality where I can handwrite anything I want, and it'll be added as digital text onto the screen. But the best part with this method is that it can be used in any other application as long as the keyboard can be used. And here's a quick bonus tip with this. If you want an even bigger canvas, you can tap this little expand icon right here, and that will allow me to write literally anywhere on the screen and have the text automatically converted and dropped where it's supposed to be. And one more quick bonus tip with this feature is if it's recognizing your handwriting too fast, you can't finish writing a word before it tries to convert it, or you find yourself just kind of waiting a while and it's taking too long to recognize your handwriting, there is a setting you can change to fix that. So I'm going to tap this little arrow right here to bring up this menu again. And I'm going to tap the settings icon. Then I'm going to scroll most of the way down and tap on handwriting, then recognition time, and you can decrease it if you want to recognize faster or increase if you need more time to write. I don't recommend using 0.1 seconds. That's extremely fast. You got to write real fast for that one. So 0.3 I think would be your best bet if you're really fast at handwriting. On previous foldables that had S Pen support, if you were in the gallery and you wanted to select a bunch of files quickly, you could just hold the S Pen button down and drag to select all the different files. You can also tap or drag to deselect too. Fortunately, the fix for this on new foldables is really easy. Instead of pressing an S Pen button down, all you have to do is just long press on one of the images or videos, then you can drag in any direction to select. And once I have some items selected, I can drag to select or deselect items again. And in case you're wondering, this does also work with your fingers, so you don't need a stylus to do this. Now, this is a big one. If you handwrote specific types of information on a Fold 6 or older device that supports the S Pen, you'd be able to tap this reading icon here in the Samsung Notes application. And now if I hover over things like a phone number, I'll be able to immediately call it. I can immediately send an email or jump directly to a website. And if I hover over a math equation, I can tap a calculator icon and quickly do the math. So I've switched to the Fold 8, opened up in the portrait orientation, and the problem with a non-S Pen stylus is that you don't have that hover feature anymore. Fortunately, there is still a way to get a similar functionality. All you need to do is tap the drawing icon at the bottom, then tap the selection tool, and if you tap the selection tool again, you can change the type of selection. In this case, the rectangle makes the most sense, so I'm going to keep it like that. And now I just draw a box around everything I want to select. And at the top, I'm going to tap Convert to Text. And this next step is extremely important. You need to tap this settings gear right here and make sure you have the Insert Text into the Body Text option selected. By default, it's a new text box. It's not going to work if you use that. Definitely make sure it's set to Body Text, then tap Done. Now I can tap inside this area and make any changes that I need to. And when I tap Convert, then scroll up in the note, you'll see that all the text has been converted, and I can now tap on it and interact with the different links just like on the Fold 6. And while we're talking about the hover features with the S Pen, previously, if you hover the S Pen over different icons, you would find out what that icon was for. Well, fortunately, you can do a very similar thing even if you don't have an S Pen. So back on my Fold 8, instead of hovering this stylus, all I have to do is just long press on one of those icons, and I'll get the same information. Another feature I used all the time on my Fold 6 and other S Pen supporting devices is this Magnify feature, especially if I forgot to bring my glasses with me, because I'd be able to just hover over different parts of the screen and make the text a whole lot larger, which again, if I don't have my glasses on me, that makes a huge difference for me. Fortunately, I even found a workaround for this. So I've switched to the Fold 8 Ultra to show you guys this feature, and it's found in the settings. Then just tap the search bar at the bottom and search for the word magnify. Then scroll down to the accessibility section and tap vision enhancements. Then vision enhancements again. Then scroll most of the way down and tap magnification. Then magnification shortcut. You're going to go ahead and enable that. And I recommend using the press side and volume up buttons, especially because this doesn't interfere with your screenshots, which are the side key and volume down buttons. So once that's selected, tap OK. And now if I press the side key and volume up buttons together, I'll get a notification confirming that I want to use this for accessibility shortcuts. I'll tap use. And now if I press the side key and volume up buttons at the same time, it's going to bring up that magnifier, and I can pinch in or out to make the scale larger or smaller. And if I tap the settings icon, I can even change the size of the magnification box, or even make it take up the entire screen. And I can pinch in or out and zoom in anywhere on the screen. And when I'm done with this mode, all I have to do is press the side key and volume up button together again, and I'm right back out of the magnification. Sometimes on older foldables with S Pen support, if there is some text you wanted to select that's otherwise unselectable by long pressing on it or something like that, you'd be able to just hold the S Pen button down and drag across it to select it. Then you could easily copy that text and paste it wherever you need to. This one was a bit harder to fix, but I did find a solution. This time we're going to demonstrate it on the TriFold because why not? And the fix for this takes a bit of setup, but once it's set up, it's pretty easy to do. So the first thing you need to do is make sure your edge panel is enabled. This should be on by default, but if it's not, just go to your settings, then scroll down to display, then scroll down until you get to edge panels, and you're going to want to make sure this is enabled. Then just tap the edge panels text, then panels, and make sure the apps panel is enabled. Once that's enabled, you should see this AI select option at the top. If you don't see that, go ahead and tap this edit icon at the bottom. and add AI Select from this menu on the left. So now that I have AI Select enabled, you can see here that if I try to long press to select any of this text, it's not going to work. But if I tap AI Select, I can draw a circle around that text, then tap this T icon right here, select all of that text, and then tap Copy to copy it and paste it wherever I want. If I want to select a smaller portion of that text, I can just tap AI Select and draw a line through the part that I want to copy. There's honestly one more big benefit to the AI Select option versus having to use an S Pen button like on the previous generation of the foldables, and it's that AI Select works with your finger, so you don't need to go and take an S Pen out in order to use this feature. In previous videos, I spent a lot of time talking about the pen-up application and how it's incredibly useful if you just need to decompress and do some mindless coloring, or if you want to learn how to draw and go through step-by-step tutorials. And it's even excellent for artists who actually know what they're doing and can take advantage of a lot of really unique tools. One of the issues you're going to notice with the pen-up application is that it doesn't come pre-installed on any of the foldable devices that don't support the S Pen. Fortunately, that's an easy fix. Just go to the Galaxy store, search for the pen-up application, and install it. Once it's installed, you'll be able to open the application, and you'll have full access to all the incredible features that I showed you in the previous videos. The one problem with this is that while this pen works really well with the brushes, and it's really easy to draw on this, especially because of that fine tip, any phone that does not have S Pen support does not get palm rejection. So if I put my palm on the screen, the side of my hand on this screen, and I try to draw, it's not going to work. So the solution you need for that is a special glove that you can get for, I think it's like $5 off of Amazon. Then you can put that glove on, rest your hand on the screen, and be able to draw with no issues at all. And I'd say the glove is especially useful for people who use the TriFold for drawing. This stylus also lets you do normal pen type things like signing documents, marking up a PDF, and whatever else you would typically need a stylus for. So the only catches with using this as a stylus is, number one, the size. This is significantly larger than a traditional style S Pen, which means there's no way to attach it to the phone. And there's also no S Pen button, but as I showed you guys in the video, there's plenty of workarounds for that. And lastly, as I had mentioned a minute ago, there's no palm rejection. So if I put my hand on the screen and try to write or move things around, it's not going to work unless you get that palm rejection glove. Now, if you're okay with those limitations, this is an excellent buy, and I'll have an affiliate link for it in the description and pinned comment if you're interested. So if you haven't ordered your Fold 8 or Fold 8 Ultra yet, and now that you can get most of the S Pen features back, you do want to order one of these, you can use my affiliate links in the description and pinned comments to get the biggest pre-order deals for these devices. And if you have a trade-in that you're going to be using, or you want to get the carrier deal, then getting the device from Samsung.com is going to be the best bet. But if you don't have a trade-in credit and you want to get a $350 Amazon gift card instead to spend on whatever you want, then I'll leave a link to that deal in the description and pinned comment as well. And if you're torn between the Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra and you want to see how they compare to each other, you can check out this video here. Or if you want to see my 1-week review of the Fold 8, you can check out this video instead, and consider subscribing and turning on notifications if you want to see my 1-week review of the Fold 8 Ultra and the Watch Ultra 2. That's it for this tech episode. Jesus loves you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.